What's going on, everybody? Episode 19 of the Mick&Mike Love podcast is
One,
here.
two, 1, 2.
We here with my boys, Noel Smith and Mike Love. Now,
Yo,
on Instagram, before we get into Saturday night's main event, Noel Smith asked me a question. And what was the question again, Noel? And Mike and
I
Glove
was
got into it.
asking, I was asking, how did you feel about the placement of
Right.
Saturday night main event, opposed to it being like an in between the month type situation? How close they got it to the actual PLE?
Okay. Mike Love, what was your rebuttal to that?
Um, well, like I said, once upon a time they used to show it every 3 months, but it wasn't no pay per view every month either. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it was always one just before WrestleMania. Like maybe if it's in March, it was in February. You know, and it was March. Saturday night's main event happened in February. Just like the joint, if you can recall, the joint where Hogan lost to Andre the Giant,
That
lost
was
the
on
belt.
Saturday night's main event.
Correction. It was on Friday night's main event. It was a special Friday night episode.
Yeah, right.
Hogan was about to lose his belt. I told my best friend, that if they show them two fighting on Friday when it should have been Saturday, Hogan losing the belt. I just knew it was gonna happen. And surely enough, they might have had like twin brother referees or whatever, but it happened. And they was hyping up the well, they took me by surprise with the Randy Savage.
Yeah,
That I didn't
Randy
expect.
ended up winning a tournament, WrestleMania 4, to win the
Yeah,
championship.
I don't think nobody expected it. I because it was so much hype with Jake the Snake, new Jake the Snake, and because you know, he was beating him, and they threw it to Randy Savage, and I just said, "Oh wow, I didn't expect that one." But Randy Savage, they was building up too. So and Hogan and Andre, you couldn't have neither one of them win because it would have been obvious. Whoever won between them two, they obviously been a champ. Who could be Andre the Giant? Who could be Hulk Hogan? Right? But answer that question. Every 3 months is how they used to do it, and now they got a pay per view every month. Sometimes twice in one month. If you do a Raw and a SmackDown. So I think it makes sense for that Saturday night live. I mean Saturday night main event that happened.
Another
I just
thing
like
about that, like I was telling Nove, and you cleared up something for me. I said every 6 to 8 weeks. You said every 3 months.
mm,
Because I wasn't really sure, but that sounds about right. Every 3 months. Um, that's when you will always see Hogan on Saturday night's main event. You didn't always see Hogan on Superstars or Wrestling Challenge
uh,
every week. So Saturday night's main event, you were guaranteed to see Hogan, which was a big deal, of course, back in that day.
mm,
So Saturday night main event was like they first run at like PLEs maybe.
I think so because it wasn't nothing else but WrestleMania, and then uh
Yeah, it
Survivor
was
Series it was the second, and then SummerSlam hit,
yeah,
or
because
vice versa.
in '85 the only PLE was WrestleMania for them.
Mm,
And of course, Crockett Promotions had Starcade in
yeah,
December,
yeah,
which was
they
the
did.
very first one pay per view. Starcade was actually the first closed
Wrestling paper.
circuit pay per view um, event put
Yeah.
on by
So
Jim
it went
Crockett
from
Promotions. Huh?
Saturday night's main event to what was it like in your house?
Uh, well,
No,
that was
because
a
In Your House
the
was a full on pay per view.
yeah, that was a
Yeah,
straight
I'm
pay.
saying they started running in your houses like almost every month, right?
Yeah, that's when they first started running
Um,
pay per views every month, I believe.
yeah,
Like
you're
boom,
right.
boom, 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 boom.
Like the house was like it was like a couple of them in one. It showed was, and I I I liked it, but it was a fact you got to pay for that shit. You know, I used to be over somebody's house watching it 9 times out of 10. But that in your house.
Speaking of, what you guys doing for Royal Rumble? It's kind of a big deal. That's why I'm asking.
I'm if I ain't gotta if I ain't gotta go in the office, I'm watching it definitely.
Do you I don't really have plans. I am off that weekend. In fact, I think I'll be off on vacation that whole week. So I'm
And
wide open.
they pay on the big buck. I got quiet.
The two dudes that's way richer than me talking about the big, and I'm making a big. Okay,
I was I pay attention. As you
so,
ride with me in practice.
but what's up, Nov? What were you? Are you still there?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
you're
still
right.
here.
Okay,
I was gonna say we'll talk about it after the pod.
okay, cool. Chaka, welcome. Quit ducking. 23, welcome in. Trina
Well, speaking
Smith,
of
welcome.
quick ducking on Call of Duty, Shaka, I still ain't seen you yet.
Said he ducking him. Said that boy
Duck,
ducking.
man, come on, man. We used to be a team on Call Rainbow Six Vegas. Now he don't
L'Oreal,
even.
welcome.
I swear, bro. I feel like you know how I feel hurt. You don't want to run with me. I feel like Isaiah Thomas in the Dream Team. Shaka don't want to run with me. Yeah, damn Scottie Pippen or somebody. I don't know. Michael Jordan.
Wow.
I ain't gonna call him.
You hear the crazy
That's
shit Scottie Pippen been talking lately?
Yeah.
he like a bitter ex-wife.
Yeah, he mad. Somebody pissed him off, bro.
Uh,
Like he been
Man,
talking real spicy, man.
his boyfriend's son is sleeping with his girlfriend. I mean, I don't know, man. Come on, man. Scotty, I don't like you. I don't even like saying your name. I never liked you. I never liked Charles Oakley, for that matter. Y'all Michael Jordan bench warmers. Y'all sit out. I don't like y'all. I like Jordan.
Scottie Pippen was a great player. I ain't gonna take that away from him. But
I did. I took it, threw it in
he
the
puts
garbage.
himself over Jordan, which is wild to me.
I mean, he
He had the
definitely. But
potential. He had the potential to be as at not better, but as good as Jordan was at some points.
he had his chance when
Yeah,
Jordan left. He had his chance to
they
carry over.
believed in him. They believed in him.
And you know what? I'll say this: they was one bad call away from going right back to the finals, with just Scotty and Koo coaching them. So hey,
Mm.
but he still ain't air.
Guess what? They didn't go to the finals. He had his chance when he went to Portland. He had a talented team over there
That
in
team
Portland.
was stacked, wasn't it?
They had everybody. They had they had Steve Smith, they had Mighty Mouse.
Arvidas Sabonis, Damon
Yeah, they had,
Stoudemire,
yeah,
Bonzi Wells, Jermaine
my,
O'Neal. Them teams was stacked.
they were stacked, bro. But
I feel like he had something going in Houston too, but I don't know.
they
Yeah,
were
he
they
played with Akeem and Charles Barkley. He is still.
were
That's what I'm like. I think
Claude
that might have been a pretty good team, but
had Claude
I think Steve
too.
Francis was on that team too.
Um, he might have been coming up in there. I'm gonna say it's a possibility. Steve franchise probably was there, but he had his chance. Scottie Pippen, sidekick. That's all. Greatest sidekick of all time in the NBA. Scottie Pippen. I mean, it might be somebody better. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody Robin. You know, if Robin and you know what I'm saying, I'll say who will win that. But both sides.
You
Uh,
you right. Chaka Jordan can't tell this story without Scotty, but Scotty is putting himself over Jordan though. Like Scotty felt like he could have won 6 championships without Jordan.
nah, when that happened. So let's just add that, right? Say if Michael Jordan never went to the Bulls. What pick was Jordan? Number 3?
Yeah. Akeem Olajuwon was first. Then Ralph Sampson was second. Jordan was
Oh,
third, Sam Perkins was fourth, and Charles Barkley was fifth.
I thought was it Sam Bowie first or something? Some
Sam
bust.
Bowie was second. Olajuwon was first.
Okay, wait a minute. Elijah and Rap Samson was in the same draft.
Not Ralph Sampson. What was his name?
Okay,
What was my Sam Bowie?
yeah, okay. Sam Bowie was second. Akeem
Yep.
was first. Oh,
Yep.
Ewing
Huh?
was Ewing in that draft too?
I think Ewan was the year
I
after or the
feel
year
like he
before.
was.
I don't think
Yeah, I
so.
feel like he
I
was.
think he was
Because
the year after or the year before.
I know Ewing and Elijah met each other in the met each other in NCAA finals before.
Mm-hmm.
That Georgia championship.
He
He,
was
Phi
it
Jamma
Houston and
Slammer.
Georgetown.
yep, Houston and Georgetown. Yep.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking that they was in the same draft. But okay, let's say Jordan never existed, which is very hard to say. Scottie Pippen was what, second round pick by
No, he was
Seattle.
the third pick in the draft by Seattle.
Was he the third pick?
Yeah, he was picked very high.
Seemed like he was a second rounder, but he got picked third. All right, let's say okay, he in the place of Jordan in the draft, right? Let's
Mm-hmm.
put him in that same draft with
Let me Google that to be sure.
okay, what okay, you can do that, but let's put him in the same draft
Mm-hmm.
that Jordan was in the place of Michael Jordan. He wouldn't even rank there. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. Scottie Pippen was a good player, and I'm not saying
How
he
high was
wasn't.
Scottie Pippen picked in the draft?
He was real high.
According to
Off them,
Wikipedia, having eyed Pippen before the 1987
Fifth.
NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls manufactured a
He was picked fifth
he was picked fifth by Seattle, and
by Seattle.
Right.
But Bulls traded for him.
Deadlift Shrimp, right?
I don't know who it was. I didn't read the whole thing,
Oh, okay.
but it
But
was in 1987,
I personally, in that, what year was that Jordan came out? 86, 84,
84.
84. If
That was a
Pippen,
hell of a draft when you look at it.
yeah, if Pippen would have came out in that 84 draft, he wouldn't have been that high.
Well,
That's how he wouldn't have been as high as he was in the 86 draft.
well
He would
Yeah,
not
he
with
was
Elijah.
in high school. Yes.
I'm just saying, yeah, LeBron was in high school though, right? Moses Malone was come out of high school,
Mm-hmm.
so Pippen come out of high school. He was that good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, where they
Kobe
come
Bryant,
go, go, Kobe Bryant.
Kevin Garnett.
But
Yep.
most of them wasn't picked that high. The only ones that were picked first overall was like Kwame Brown, LeBron, and it might have been somebody else that was picked number one out of high school.
Round pick, wasn't he?
Huh?
Didn't Kevin Garnett get picked number one?
That's it.
He
I
wasn't
thought
picked
Kevin
number
Garnett.
one overall in '95.
You sure about that? Who was over him?
Who was picked first in 19? Joe Smith.
Was Joe Smith number one? I thought Joe Smith came out before 95.
I think he came out 95, 96.
I thought Joe Smith came out here like Shaq or
That's
something.
Google because all them years was a long time ago and they run together. I used to could be able to just tell you.
Hey Google, what draft pick was Kevin Garnett?
Michael would have been Dominique Wilkins without Scotty.
I like that.
At Skydome in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It marked the
He
first
did come out
NBA
95.
draft outside the United States.
Hell, Google, what pick was he? Don't tell me what year.
Who was the first pick in the 1995 draft?
Here is information from Wikipedia.
At least mine.
1995 NBA draft. Who was the first pick?
Joe Smith.
Yeah.
According to some information I found.
Joe Smith, Antonio McDyess was picked second, and Jerry Stackhouse was picked third.
Antonio McDyess.
They was Kevin Garnett.
Yeah. You didn't pick, back in the day, you didn't pick a high school kid number one overall. You didn't do that. And then Kobe came out in 96 with Stephon Marbury, Ray Allen, and Allen Iverson. So he wasn't getting picked first overall.
that was the greatest draft to me of all time. It was so many damn weapons that came.
That was a hell of a draft.
What year did T Mac come out?
T Mac is the same age as I am, so 97. We
Was it
graduated in
90?
97.
And what pick was he?
I believe he was a lottery pick, but he won one overall.
I don't know why not. That's my dog.
You didn't do that with high school kids back then until Kwame Brown came out. You didn't pick him number one overall. It just wasn't done.
All right, now here's a question. You know, I ain't about to bust shots at Kwame Brown. At Kwame Brown, real nice guy. But who the hell was all in that draft? I just need to know. You know
That
what I'm
was
saying?
2001. Well, we know Gilbert Arenas. I don't really remember that draft that much.
Gilbert Arenas,
It was
Kwame
picked in the
Brown.
second round, I think.
That not Capono and all them wasn't in there, right? I can't think of my man name.
That
But
was that was a shitty draft.
it was. I don't
I
even
don't
think
think it
that Gilbert.
was. As I'm trying to remember who was all in there, I think it was actually a decent draft. Tyson Chandler, Eddie Curry.
They both got drafted by the Bulls, right?
Yep, I think they got drafted 2 and 3 or 2 and 4 or something.
But that sucked. Even though Chandler did get him a ring, Eddie Curry just got hurt. He was just hurt.
Yeah, Chandler played a long time too.
He did. He
Yeah.
got him a ring with Dallas though, and he was a big on that defense.
Yeah.
But we're
But
here tonight to talk about Saturday night's main event, which happened last night from San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio is a beautiful city. I need to go down there and check out that Riverwalk.
that Riverwalk is out cold. I ain't even gonna lie. They got a hotel with that goes. It's a hotel, a shopping mall right up in there. The hotel goes through the mall. If you stay in a hotel, you can just take the elevator down and walk right in the mall and go shopping and go right back up to your room. Or you can enjoy that. I think it's 8 miles of shopping in the
Mm.
Riverwalk. You can get on the paddle boats. You can get on the boat and just. I had a ball. The Alamo is like right up the street from there. You know what I'm saying? It's nice. It's nice. Shout out to San Antonio.
San Antonio is a city that I
I've
plan on
never
visiting.
been.
I plan
Hi,
on visiting
I've
there
never
real
been.
soon.
y'all gotta go. You gotta go, man. If you want to go to a nice place in Texas, and that Riverwalk is definitely killing the one we got. I ain't even gonna lie about it. I don't
Mm.
care how much work downtown. And today, I hate the fact they tearing down the Renaissance building apartment complex. First off, I'm gonna say that for the record. The Renaissance, beautiful building. It might need some restoration to it, need some work, but I love that building. That's a landmark, and they destroying it. They taking out the second tower, I think, and they're gonna keep the first and the third tower, and they're gonna turn it into an apartment complex. I just think that's the
Mm.
dumbest thing, honestly. That's just me. I mean, they looking at the money thing, and I understand that. But that was a beautiful, beautiful building, man. It was a beautiful building.
Yeah, you see it through our skyline. When you look at the Detroit City skyline, you'll see it off the water.
Yep.
That the film is probably taken in Canada though, because Detroit is a border city. A lot of people don't know that it borders Windsor, Ontario.
Oh yeah. I remember
So
them days.
a lot of times when you see our skyline, you're seeing it from Canada.
Yeah, absolutely. I
So
miss Canada though. Jokers, Windsor City Cap.
Speaking of, when we get done with the Saturday night, let's definitely talk about this whole Ontario thing that's going on.
okay,
Okay. Okay.
I
Um,
don't mean to get I don't mean to get political, but this
I,
definitely
I'm,
something to talk about.
hey, I'm intrigued. I need to know. But as far as Saturdays, man, I ain't even gonna lie. So far, I've seen better. I I like the vibe they trying to give it. The whole. Um, First of all, what I don't like about it, the whole they showing these people walking with their bags like in the NBA or something like that. Oh, you see Cody Rhodes, he walking with a suitcase in the crowd. I'm like, man, kill that noise. Go back. If you really ain't event by do do the quick promos like they used to do where they be in the back of the building or something.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm gonna get you, and when I'm done with you, we're gonna clip your wings or whatever. All that other stuff. uh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the Jesse the Body thing.
I
Always
do
like.
too. I
And,
like the fact that Jesse back.
yeah, but they need to let him comment old Matt, and he need to be the bad guy, Jesse.
So the show this
And
month
on there,
is it started off with I believe it was the women's championship. Was that the first match?
that was the first match.
Yes.
It was Rhea versus Naya, which was
Mm,
a really good match. It was a really good match. You know, it's always hard for me to see Nia lose, period. So like I think Rhea did a good job of selling the victory, like a hard earned victory with
mm,
Nia.
But you know what? I think Rhea is really the only one who can really have one of the only women's wrestlers that can really have good matches with Nia because Rhea is big and strong enough to actually move her.
yeah, her and
What?
Raquel Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them
And of
girls
course
can't
like
really move her like that, huh?
Bianca.
Bianca, Jade, maybe. Jade might be a little more glamour muscles, but like she pretty strong too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. She she eliminated Nia out the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I think it was her.
She and even
But
Charlotte Flair.
I
yeah,
don't know.
they've been doing
Charlotte is
her.
really.
They've been
Charlotte
doing
is.
her venue. What is it? How do you say it? Is it vignettes? Is that what they used to call them?
Uh huh. Yeah.
Yeah. So they've been running a couple of her vignettes, and you
I
know
miss.
they hyping her up. They're bringing her back.
Mm, that'd be nice to
She
see.
she I think they're gonna throw her like immediately back in the spotlight. So she's got that coming.
For Rumble.
Yeah, if she's in it, she may win it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That.
that's possible. That's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that
who won it last year? Was it like Bailey or some shit? Like that was so stupid. That was a
right.
waste.
She transitioned champion just like that. She won it,
Yeah.
lost it.
Have you ever
They went
seen Bailey at the Iron Sheik in the same place?
down.
But
Well,
yeah, I thought that that match was pretty good. I
I give
felt
it.
like I said they did a great job with still putting Naya over even in defeat.
Mm-hmm.
Um it had a lot of good spots, power spots, like you guys said, where only Rhea would be able to pull off a lot of those moves, like you said. You know, her being one of the stronger women on the roster
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
with a couple power slams. I mean power bombs. I'm sorry. Even
Mm-hmm.
her pulling off her riptide. And her taking some brutal like landings from Nia
Yeah,
too.
she took some
but
bumps, didn't she?
Yeah, she took some bumps,
She
man.
took some bumps.
So
yeah,
that's why I said she did a really good job selling that was a hard victory.
Mm-hmm.
And
but
it did make Nia look bad, especially after dropping her belt to Tiffany.
I think
yeah,
it's hard for me sometimes to watch Nia because I don't believe any of them girls can really beat her.
That's what I'm
You know
saying.
what
Like
I'm
it's
saying?
always hard to watch. It's always
Yeah,
hard to watch Nia lose because it's
but
like
yeah, it's just not believable. But this match was actually, believable, and I
well,
yeah.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. What do you think
it
about it,
was.
Yeah.
Mike?
I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
I give it a four,
Four
a
and a half.
solid four though.
I would have gave it a 5, but the whole I love the fact that Nia attacked her, it, sucker punched her with the head, but I like that.
Yeah.
That's the Nia
But
Jax.
I
I was
like the way
laughing about that, Mike. I was laughing about that because if you caught SmackDown before the day
Uh,
before, she did the same thing to what's the old girl name? Liv. Like Liv was talking and then Rhea just bam, just
she,
headbutt her out of nowhere. So it's like she got her Cummins. Her
right, right.
no.
But
I
what I
like the
did,
way Lillian Garcia got the fuck out of there once it started.
right,
That shit had me dying laughing.
well,
Yeah.
She's like,
and
fuck this.
I
You
like
know who these bitches are. Y'all go ahead and do your thing.
hey, she like, nah, I'm good. I already took the
But
splash.
that's what took it from a 5 to a 4 to you, Mike.
Um, yeah, because two reasons. One, it was gonna be a 5, but the Nia Jax and the obviously showboat that she was doing when she had
Yeah,
this,
it's like it's so obvious. It's man, it's annoying. Like to me, like come on, man. This could be the moment. This could be the
yeah,
pivotal point where Nia could actually win. But like that's why I said they did a good job putting Rhea over. But yeah, that's a good point, Mike. That's a good
but
point.
she could have won it back. The 5 star could have got the 5 star if, even though Nia Jax lost, I was just knowing she was gonna go and do a sneak attack. You know, so you could lose and still do something to the person. You know, like the Ricky Steamboat. I know I hit you with a throwback real quick. Ricky Steamboat always beat Don Morocco. But right after he beat him, Don Morocco and Mr. Fuji always did something to get it. Right after that, the victory, they always just used to just put the rush on him all over again. They're like, we ain't done with you. You know what I'm saying? Because Nia Jackson said it.
Don
I
Morocco
got
was
you.
the first wrestler that I ever heard being called The Rock.
Oh yeah, Don Morocco was the first rock. Yep, sure
I
enough.
don't know if he was the first one, but he's the first one that I've seen.
He was the first one, yeah, since I've been watching. And
Mm-hmm.
because originally he was a magnificent Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
He they used to put that rush on Ricky Steamboat all the time. But back to the Nia Jax thing, she said, I'm gonna take this belt Saturday, but I'm gonna see y'all at the Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Just in case I'm still there. So that's why she should have hit Rhea Ripley with that. I would have put the rush on. I thought she was, because you heard McAfee was over there like, hey, hey, hey. I'm thinking she's getting up to put the rush. She over there cussing them out the whole time. I'm like, ah. So you get the 4. It was 4.5. I just dropped it to a 4, just like
What are your
um.
thoughts? What do you give it, Mo?
I was gonna say a 5 until Mike swayed me to think differently because of
Was
the
yeah.
whole the whole like where she was just obviously jiving like the she was doing the distraction things like just being overly just doing too much taunting and showboating that cost her the match type stuff.
She
But
need a she need an advocate. That's what she needs.
I was almost hoping that there was some kind of a backfire that cost her the match because I hate to see her lose clean, but yeah, I say it for her too.
But she lost clean to the only person that's actually believable to beat her clean. So I don't think it hurts that much.
I know, but I just like her over so much that I don't even want to see her lose clean.
Yeah, yeah. That's how it was like about like like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
One of the most pissed off times for me in wrestling. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. But when he lost to Eddie Guerrero, I knew he was gonna lose because Eddie Guerrero gave the most powerful promo I've seen almost ever in wrestling. Where he was talking about his addiction and would he do this or what he loved? He was like, you know, all the bullshit aside, you can run around here with the sombrero around your head and all that with the radio broadcast. But this is the problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to beat you, but I'm gonna beat you. He man, go back. Just listen to that promo Eddie Guerrero gave. That was one of the greatest promos of all time. I ain't even gonna lie. And that was,
quick quick update, Mick. Somehow the game is tied at 29. The Chiefs are third and goal with 3 minutes left in the game. So
always
it's in the Chiefs' hands right now to win the game.
I just don't think Chiefs can do it. If the Chiefs was up by 50, they'll lose. But if they down by 12, they'll win. Man,
So
Chiefs.
they missed it. It's fourth and goal. They're about to go on and kick this easy field goal. And 3 minutes left. Your boy Josh might be heading to his first Super Bowl. This possibility. But
I, I want the Bills
what
to win, but
what was the second match? Or did was it the promo in between the deal signing for the ladder match
Did
for
that come
the
first, or did the Intercontinental Championship match come first?
no, that happened. The Intercontinental title happened afterwards.
afterwards? Yeah. So okay. So next we had Kevin Owens come down and put his
They,
delusional belt up against Cody Rhodes' actual title.
Where did he get the
my,
wing belt
For
from?
he it was a belt that was supposed to be just for Saturday night main
no,
event, I believe.
they was gonna switch it over to Cody. Cody was taking that belt,
Oh,
their double belt, and Kevin Owens took it. I heard.
Kevin took it after losing, uh, and just out of spite, and he just has been walking around as if he's the champion.
My favorite person right now since Bobby Lashley left. I've always liked Kevin Owens. Even when he was a face, I like Kevin Owens because he wasn't really a face ever. And the promos to the stuff he do, you can't help but to like him. If you a heel, you like heels. Kevin Owens is my favorite heel on SmackDown. Favorite
Ke-
person on SmackDown
Kevin Owens is a better heel than he is a face to me.
all day.
Yeah.
Never been a face.
So it feels like they may be using Kevin because some of the things that Cody's been saying lately is like he's been reminding people like, hey, I was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Or, I used to be a certain way. So they could be using Kevin to help bring out the Cody's heel art finally. His
I think it's
his
gonna
his
happen.
Homelander arc that I've been waiting for.
I just, and I hope it don't happen. That
You get what I'm saying though, Mike? That'd be a dope gimmick if they push it like a Homelander type thing.
yeah, he that's what he is, a damn politician. He come out, baby, and talking all this righteous stuff, but deep down inside, you don't like nobody. Just like Homelander off of the boys. Oh, that's my favorite. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? He weird,
That's
but that's
that's it exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's gonna be a dope
he
little gimmick.
Homelander slash Anakin Skywalker. That's who
Yeah.
Cody.
Anything.
That's who he is. He's sitting over there, that self righteous attitude. He this, he better than this, he better than that. I don't do this. I don't believe in this. I believe in justice. You know, you believe in justice. And Kevin Owens is calling him out on it. And but Kevin Owens is Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens don't care about nobody but Kevin Owens. And he proved that in NXT when he turned on Sami Zayn. But I like Kevin Owens' revenge tour, him and Drew McIntyre. The bloodline affected a lot of people, but they're the only two cats that said, you know what? I want to get with everybody in that bloodline. I want to get them all back. Now that they by themselves, I'm gonna go after them by themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like them.
Well,
I like both
since
of them. McIntyre, my favorite on Raw, my favorite on SmackDown. Kevin.
since the event happened in San Antonio, they had a special person there for the contract signing, San Antonio's own Shawn
Miss-
Michaels. How do you,
HBK.
how do y'all think Shawn Michaels performed?
I was
John,
happy. I was happy to see him throw that super kick.
I was
yeah,
too.
He's
I was
still
happy to see him.
Shawn Michaels is in shape, bro.
Mm,
He walk out there like you know how like a lot of those guys they got older and they don't even have like like they just gave up on they shape. They got the gut hanging out and all that.
I feel like Sean was heading in that direction until he got to NXT, and I think that those
Working.
kids like they lifted his spirit to where he wanted to get back into shape. The same thing with like Booker T.
Boy, I don't know, man. Booker T though, he stay in shape, man. He looked like he go down to the closest prison and he and work out with head Terry Crews. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Why the prison though, Mike?
I guess
right.
they
That's
can
how I
tell.
laughed when he said
How come he
prison.
can't just go to the damn gym? He got to go to the gym.
He looked like it.
Hey,
Booker T looked like man. He just was.
then why you just can't do the Rough Rider workout just out on the streets or something? Like you gotta go to the prison.
Out.
Booker T walking in niggas' cell like, which one of you bitches is gonna wash my drawers tonight? Starch, nigga.
Thank God I ain't never been locked up. Um, Book Shawn Michaels though, he look like he in shape. I think he went on a Daniel Bryan vegan diet. It looked like but he keeping it he keeping himself going.
He's still bow legged as hell, but you know
Yeah,
that just came with age, I guess.
he
Mike
funny
Love
as
is
heck.
Mike Love is watching when Roddy Piper whooped Mr. T's ass with that belt. Um,
Oh yeah, see this is a Saturday night's main event. The
yeah,
real
that's one of the first ones. That's probably
yeah
one
this
from 1985.
yeah this is the very first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's right after WrestleMania. That was the first one.
Yeah. So yeah, Sean collected the belts, raised them up, getting them ready for their ladder match, which should be pretty good.
Yeah,
Uh,
after Dylan.
I'm predicting that of course Cody's gonna win, and they'll somehow like unify the belts or something. And yeah, he'll be getting ready for WrestleMania, but I don't think Kevin's gonna go away.
No, you ain't never done with him.
So will he win clean?
Cody,
It's
Yeah.
it's not a. I mean, it's a ladder match. And everything. You use the chairs, brass knuckles.
I mean, but
Um,
can you still
well, he
win
need.
clean
I
though? Like
think
you can still
Mick
get
is. You mean
help.
like interference wise?
Yeah,
Interference wise.
that's exactly what I was
Kevin
gonna
Uh,
say.
Owens made a lot of enemies along the way messing with Cody Rhodes.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, who else is really targeting Cody right now besides maybe Drew? But I don't know. I think it.
He, you gotta
I
keep
don't
your eye.
know.
Cause
That's
you
a good
said he
question. I
wasn't
really
going
don't know.
away.
You got. I don't have an answer for that one.
Cause you
Uh,
Well,
said he
um,
wasn't going
I know
away.
Cody will win. I know
sorry,
he'll win, but I'm not sure about the clean thing.
You
you
said
ain't
that
never.
Kevin Owens wasn't going away. How can Cody beat him clean
You
and he
can beat
don't
him
go
clean.
away?
Bret Hart beat Stone Cold clean twice, and Stone Cold never went away. Stone Cold
It's a
is a
difference because that one match where he just passed out from the blood or the sharpshooter, he never gave
okay.
up.
Well, what about the other match where he put Bret Hart in $1 Million Dream, and Bret Hart bounced off the turnbuckle. Stone Cold landed on his back, and he couldn't get out the pin because Bret Hart had him pinned down on the mat, and he kind of 1, 2, 3.
That wasn't necessarily clean because Stone Cold had him.
But he got pinned.
He
That's
You
got
still
know,
pinned,
clean
but he had
technically.
him.
Yeah, it's clean. If it's nothing dirty going on, then technically we can just call it clean.
The way it's you just got beat by a technical wrestler.
Yeah.
Happened. Just because you didn't give up, just because you didn't slap that mat, doesn't mean you didn't lose. You either win by submission, win by pinfall, or if the person pass out. In his case,
But
he
see,
passed out.
that's you. You still have a reason for that person to come back. This is a no DQ match. So you're
Well,
saying that
that was a no DQ match.
was
They
it?
was in with chairs.
Was it?
When Ken Shamrock was the referee,
Yeah.
yes,
And
they
Ken
was in.
Shamrock had to pull Brett off of Stone Cold. Yeah.
Yep, and
Yeah.
it flipped the roles to Stone Cold being the face and Bret Hart being the heel. That was the first time I ever seen that.
But how will
I
Kevin Owens lose? This is what I'm saying. How will Kevin Owens lose a no DQ match and not have to go away?
because you
Well,
Kevin
because it's since it's no DQ, this is part of like kind of what I was hinting towards is that they can allow Cody to start unleashing his dark side a little bit.
Yep,
So Cody can maybe really get down in the mud with him and do some dirty shit and technically be a clean win.
right. And I'm telling
So
you,
maybe. But
oh, man,
next
Kevin.
match. Oh, I'm
Oh, go.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead,
I,
Mike.
I was just gonna say, Kevin Owens told Sami Zayn, he said, "I want you to win a Royal Rumble so you can face me at WrestleMania. I'll have your back, just like you'll have my back when I face Cody Rhodes." You see what I'm saying? That's a lot
Um,
happened. And I set up now. I read between the lines, and Sami Zayn may not necessarily help him, but Sami Zayn, I think, is going to be out there soon.
okay.
I think Jimmy Uso is going to try to go for revenge. Everybody after Kevin Owens.
Maybe that's it then. Maybe Sammy could be the one to cost him the match.
Mm-hmm. It
Mm.
can happen.
Now the
But
next
yeah,
match
next
was for the
uh
Intercontinental Championship. Sheamus challenges Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. Braun
Sheamus got to give
Breaker,
it up. Man.
huh?
Sheamus got to give it up. Like I was rooting for him. I was rooting for him like a while ago, but like he got to let it go now.
I think that this was actually a good match, but do you think it was just because of Braun Breaker that it was a really good match?
Hey, that's one of the best.
Sheamus always do his thing. I mean, he performs. It's just it's the whole like chasing this title thing that I'm saying they need to let that go and just put out
Intercontinental.
some bangers. Put out some bangers. Just stick to what he good at, and that's the bangers.
You know, instead of banger after banger, you drinking beer after beer. And then Drew McIntyre, an idiot, dog. He said that, dog. I was rolling. Sheamus even laughed. You know what I'm saying? So, but out of that match, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I'm gonna be kind of give it a 4.5. I did like the match.
You're being
That
more than
was
kind if it's a 4.5. That means that's a very good match.
to me it was because it was funny as hell. I was entertained. I didn't toss him to the Lions. You know what I'm saying? That spear because there's certain moves that'll win me over. That spear when Sheamus jumped off them stairs and he ran and speared him in the air.
That
That
was
was one of the
dope.
best.
That was the best spot of the match.
Yeah, that was
That
dope.
that man, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I was glad they showed it 2 or 3 times because I had to see like how did he catch him? You know what I'm saying? And I happened because the first time I heard it because I was doing something. So I watched. I didn't watch it live because I was at work. I had rewinded it back. Like, hold up, what happened? And I seen it. I'm like, oh, this some Goldberg stuff right here, bro. That was a good. It was all right match. It was all right. I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5. I'll be nice. I
I
mean
don't
four.
think Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker can have good matches with anybody. I think he's that good. Um,
He
I,
is.
athletically unmatched,
I think
pretty
what they
much.
did with Brian Breaker is one, his name, and two, they messed up with him is when he lost the belt to Jey Uso. They should have never took that belt away from him. I could see him losing it to Jey Uso later, WrestleMania perhaps. You know, to start trying to build Jey Uso up, keep him on that geek stuff, whatever. I don't like Jey Uso. I don't like the face. But you keep him on the geek and let him win the Intercontinental at WrestleMania. I don't think Jey Uso should win the Royal Rumble, but he just might because everybody expected to be Seth Rollins, CM Punk. You know what I'm saying? Everybody expected. It's so predictable that one of those two guys win.
Jey Uso
But
is
if
the most over face in the company right now.
he, him and LA Knight, they like the
I
two
think
hype.
he's over more than LA Knight. The crowd
Yeah, he
goes
is now.
crazy for Jay.
He is now. But at one point,
Mm-hmm.
LA Knight was next Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Mm-hmm.
It just when they punished him for whatever he got hit with, they punished him and took him off the air for a hot second. Jey Uso stuff was rising. His stock was rising. So now I could see him being and that's where the heel turn, kind of like a Bret Hart, Roddy Piper thing at WrestleMania, where
Yo,
Bret
final
Hart
score 32-29. Chiefs win. So it's gonna be Eagles and Chiefs.
Mm.
told you,
Super Bowl, Eagles and Chiefs.
I don't have no dog in the fight at all. The Lions got knocked out, damn Baltimore got knocked out. It was over for me.
I thought Baltimore was gonna win it all. Honestly, I
Hey,
didn't
I
think
had them.
Detroit was healthy enough to win it all. But
Yeah.
even though
I
I hope
see.
to be, I hoped I was wrong.
So
Look,
I
so
did.
for the IC picture, I like Brian as the champion, for one. I like that they got it on younger talent, somebody that they plan on building with for the future. I can't wait till his cousin gets there as well when Scott's son finally shows up. That's
right.
gonna be cool. That's gonna be so cool.
He's playing football,
Um,
right?
yeah, right now, yeah. Um, as far as like I said, the Sheamus thing, I'm ready for him to stop chasing that belt. Uh, I did like the spot with the spear. That was the highlight of the match.
Yeah, it was.
But other than that, I wasn't like overly like invested in it. I don't know. Maybe it's just been me. I probably said that the last time we talked about a Brian match, but it's something like I haven't been overly invested in it. But I would be kind and give it a 3.
You'd be kind of
A
give
solid
that
3.
match a 3.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I'm
saying I just wasn't interested in it, but I watched it.
Okay,
and I'm the good.
I think Braun Breaker could have a good match with anybody. I think just his athleticism, the things he does, he can do just about anything in the ring. I think just because
Yeah,
he's
Yeah,
strong and fast and he's well trained.
but
He
so
yeah.
sells good. I mean, he's very impressive to me. I'll give this
I
and
think
match a
I was just
4.
Nick. I think I was just over the Sheamus thing. That's probably why.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's
Yeah,
what it sounds like. But I don't,
just I might have just been over the Sheamus thing. So
because I think
but
Braun can have a pretty much a good match with anybody.
yeah,
I seen this
yeah,
better match NXT. The him and Grayson Lawler they matches was great. Him and Tommaso Ciampa, awesome matches.
yeah.
Those
I even liked his matches with like Carmelo.
oh yeah, heck yeah. To me, that right there, even though I didn't like the Mello had to be the good guy, even though he was a bad guy at first, but they switched the roles. He I like the fact when Carmelo won and took the belt, what did Breaker do? Jumped him, whooped him up. You know what I'm saying? So what? You want a belt? I'm still gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It ain't. You know the quote words of Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's how Kevin Owens is. Yeah, I'm not done with you, not by a long shot.
Yeah. I did
Nope.
like that too. Yeah.
Austin didn't care if he lose. If he's just want to fight and beat you up, he gonna come and just try to beat you up. That's just that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre and Liv Morgan all had their quote revenge tours.
Like
I
that.
agree. I don't think Rhea Ripley's gonna lose her belt until she loses it to Morgan. I don't think the Liv Morgan thing is over with because she got too much heat.
I really like Liv Morgan.
Lose.
What was the next match on the card?
The next match
Uh,
was the best match of the night to me.
Wait. How many matches was it?
It was
Just
just
so I
four
can.
matches. This is the
It
third
was
match.
just the four. It was the Rhea. It was
Braun versus
the
Sheamus.
Brian versus Sheamus. What were
And
the others?
those,
Fatu.
oh,
What was
those
the
four.
what was the other one after that though?
It was
Braun
the main
Strowman.
event. It was Gunther and Jay. Was the
No,
main
Okay.
event.
All right. Yeah. You are
you got
absolutely right. Now that one I'm perking up for it because that was the best fucking match I
That
didn't seen in a while, man. I'm
yo,
so happy the way that they put Jacob over like that, man. Like that's what we've been waiting for from
see
the new music and entrance to him coming out with his own like Umafala or whatever it's called. And
right.
you know what I mean? And kind of just I like the way that his man's was like hyping him and he seemed
Yeah,
like he's still a little threat or dangerous. Like I like the way that they going with this. Like they're not letting the new bloodline die and it is going to thrive through Jacob.
see, I mean, you could sit Solo down for a hot second. Solo got the heat already. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, I'm gonna let my cousins and them have it now. You know what I'm saying? Roman let me have it.
gotta be careful with
I'm letting,
that though.
huh?
Gotta be careful with that because Fatu has the ability to outshine Solo. So you
He
gotta be kind
can.
of careful.
But see, the thing is, you gotta remember they doing that draft pool thing all year round, where they and they putting them here and snatch somebody and putting them there. So you gotta give them some air. You know what I'm saying?
So you think they might end up separating them then? Then send Solo somewhere else?
I think the new bloodline is they're gonna get separated. I think that the cousins are all gonna be together. I think Solo gonna be by himself. Jimmy Uso is trying to. I hate the way they do Jimmy. Jimmy was my favorite Uso out of the Uso because he had an and he used to wear that hat like he
Well,
was just.
they also gotta let Jacob rightfully I guess overthrow Solo. So I'm waiting for that. That's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Who they will
It's gonna.
have a great match together. Oh my goodness, they will have a great match together. I want to
Wait,
see
Man,
that.
that,
but this match with Ron, like that was nice,
It
man.
was. I think
I
Brian did a
love
great job
they
too.
always use him. They use him as like the monster maker. Like, he's already this figure. So anybody that he goes up against and they give him a hell of a match, like they now get the monster tag too. So they
yeah,
gave Jacob the official monster tag. Like the way that he went out there and just handled Brian, like that was so nice. I
Yeah,
really
Brian had
enjoyed it.
his moments in the match now too. Cause
he did.
Brian,
Yeah,
cause
yeah.
Brian threw him over the damn announce table.
That's what I'm saying.
Basically,
It's
it
like
was woo.
Brian is one of those common sense guys, like how we feel, like we said earlier about like Nia. It's like we know people really couldn't beat Braun, like if they, but Jacob is one of those guys that you have to make it look like he can. And they did a great job. It was very believable.
But I'm gonna just say this part. What made me like lose a little fizz at that match, and I like the match. Don't get me wrong. But when Brian knocked him over the table and he did the signal, he was gonna run around the ring. He didn't run like he usually do. If you notice, he kept so
Come
I'm like,
on, Mike. You nitpicking now, man.
man, I can't help it. I
Mike
I'm
said
just
he
saying,
looked a little gas to me, man.
he looked he was got it. I thought somebody pushing in a wheelchair. He went around and I said, why is he running like red salmon? He looking like Arnold running around, bro. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, this werewolf is about to kill him. And surely enough, I don't know what he do, headbutt Ron. He did something to him, and then it was over after that.
He did something where he caught him and kind of ended up like trying to do like a Samoan drop on him,
Mhm.
Yes, he stopped because
and he
that
didn't break the table. I think that was the spot where he was supposed to break the table and it didn't break. So he got frustrated and just lifted the top off and threw it at him anyway.
Mhm.
they want to get away from nothing. They hooked that up for real. Whoever did it, those people that worked at Lowe's, they hooked that table up.
Yeah, they reinforced that table.
That'd be a for real.
Right,
You
right.
fill my house that wood because that table wasn't going nowhere, bro. Ron Roman weighed what? Maybe like 350, 375, 400 almost.
They say 380.
That table ain't went nowhere, dog. That table like no job too big, no job too small. Father and son, hire them.
The
That's it.
table took the best bump of the night.
That, man,
But
hey,
yeah, that was the highlight of Saturday night main event.
yeah,
And like I said, that was a star making moment. I'm happy that I'm happy that it turned out the way it did. It gave Braun the believable win because it was
Yeah,
disqualifying.
yeah, he
It
gave him a
made
DQ.
it made Jacob look out of his mind from attacking the ref to attacking security
Hmm.
to just not stopping to even though he's technically the heel in the situation, he listened to the crowd when they asked one more time and he
he,
did it
Look,
again.
he left the ring, came
Yeah,
back, and did it again.
yeah,
now,
I loved it. I loved
He
every minute
had
of
me
that.
right
Like
there.
now,
that's one of the matches that brings back that nostalgic feeling and like I
hey,
really like that match. That was my favorite match in a long time.
hey, is she wearing Shawn Michael clothes?
Who's that? Is that
but
Moolah?
yeah,
That's how they
hey,
dressed in the 80s, man. It was
she cussed out
Cindy
Cindy Lauper.
Lauper.
She told Cindy Lauper, "Mama, you the lousiest looking thing I ever seen." Hey, look, only thing I didn't like it was not Ron, not the Samoan werewolf, but it was the fans. You know, back then on Saturday Night Main Event, the Samoan werewolf would have caught all kind of heat from the fans. They'd have been booing, throwing stuff at him, and all that. We got some whole different new fans, a whole breed of fans, bro. That's most sensitive, insensitive fans of all time. They one more one more time. They'd have been booing him out the building, dog. And he still would have been doing it, and that would have gave him so much heat. That's what I'm saying, dog. It's they ain't gonna be in a Royal Rumble. You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
he didn't get heat, but he got a well reception. Like he was put
Yeah,
over, uh,
exception. I
giving
don't,
the crowd what they wanted, and
Triple H,
still looking like a complete psychopath all at the same time.
right? And you notice
He went
he got
savage
it.
on the savage.
He who
I said he
a
went
savage,
savage on a savage. That
right?
was the most
And
impressive thing.
then you
It
know
was
the
nice.
impressive thing about him is he didn't have to rank as a NXT. He went straight there. He went straight there. That's his first step, right there. Don't,
Well, I guess I mean, so did Tama Tonga.
Well, I mean, those guys were already in the Indies and were well known.
Yeah.
As far as being in the Indies, they didn't need NXT. But then again, Samoa Joe went to NXT, and I didn't think he needed to be there either. So it's
Samoa Joe, my all time favorite. One of my all time favorite wrestlers. Him and Roman. Well, I ain't always like Roman Reigns. I like Roman Reigns when he was the tribal chief. Oh yeah, forgot. Say his name. Forgot to
Uh,
do it. Sorry, y'all.
so the main event of Saturday night was Jimmy Uso versus the Ring General Gunther.
Gunther is my favorite.
I love going.
Gunther is my
It was
favorite right now.
a, it was. Oh, I'm sorry. We forgot to do this. What we thought for the match. 5 stars, definitely for the Jacob match. What about you, Mike?
I will give it 5. I'll give it 5.
Four and three
Take it.
quarters.
4 3/4, mate. Come on with the quarters,
Four
mate.
and three quarters.
All
I
right,
can't quite
four and
give it
three
a
quarters.
5. I give it
Well,
four and three
son,
quarters. Like I said, it was the best match of the night by far. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was the most entertained I've been probably in a couple years.
um,
I'm not giving it a 5. No,
you
I'm
know,
not giving it a 5. No.
I
All
had
right,
that.
so Jay, main event, Uso versus the Ring General Gunther. That match was a wrestler's match. From the close falls with Jay actually finishing him and Gunther kicking out to Gunther having to go into hyperdrive and double finish Jay to beat him, which was it was also good to because Jay is the character that we don't really want to see lose. Like Mike
What?
was saying, Saturday nights are typical of them putting over the baby faces. And luckily they did this one right and Gunther got the win, but he had to go, like I said, into hyperdrive to beat him.
Which brings the question: is the ring general slowing down?
Soon?
Yeah,
I don't think soon. I think maybe WrestleMania.
That's kind of
yeah,
soon, right? WrestleMania's in a couple months.
yeah.
I mean,
Consider.
well, you got like what two or three more pay-per-views in between. So
Okay.
Well, I'm hoping he keep it after WrestleMania, past WrestleMania, because he
I
got
really like
robbed.
Gunther.
He got robbed for the Intercontinental title. He he shouldn't have lost it to Sami Zayn.
yeah,
I just didn't. I would have rather Braun Breaker win the belt from Gunther than
They
Sami
have a
Zayn.
hell of a match.
That would have been that. I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to happen, but it just didn't happen. And I mean, technically, Braun Breaker could cash in an IC title and say, "I want to fight Gunther." You know what I'm saying? That's what Randy Savage did. He was the Intercontinental Champion. He still wanted to fight Hogan for that heavyweight belt. Ultimate Warrior was the Intercontinental Champion, and he beat Hulk Hogan and had to give up the Intercontinental title. You know what I'm saying? You could do that.
WrestleMania, I think that was WrestleMania 6 from the Toronto Skydome.
Yeah, I
Warrior
believe.
Hogan.
So. Was that 6 or 5? That was
5 or
6.
6. No, 5 was Hogan and Savage. 6 was Hogan and Warrior.
You're right. You're right. Good call. You caught me on that one. That's the power of the historian.
yeah. But as far as that match, I would even say that match was like a four,
For
four,
yeah,
four for
I,
me.
Solid 4 because it was very good. I like.
It was good.
I don't really like when they kill finishes. When they kick out the finishes, but the match to me was so good, and I love Gunther and I love Jay. So I guess I didn't mind it as much because the shit they did in between and after that was so good that I didn't mind it, and the way it ended was believable.
well,
Yeah.
So I give it a solid 4. Very good
I
Okay.
match.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a I'm not gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because
Mm.
I fell asleep on it.
Cause what?
I fell asleep. I did.
I mean, I
So
was
the
like
match
that
gotta
about the
suffer
Braun Breaker match.
from a rating because you didn't have your coffee.
Hey, I'm Julius Caesar, bro. When I have to be,
Oh
you entertain me, or I throw your asses to the lions.
my. So you say the match wasn't entertaining? I think you was just tired.
It was that too, because I I did have to work, but
Take a
I like
nap
Gunner.
and watch that match again, and then we'll take your grade.
Touche.
But so overall, I think that this Saturday night's main event was better than the last.
It's solid.
And yeah. And I'm looking forward to the next one.
Back up.
And I'm just looking forward to it being a continuous thing and or being like an in-between pay-per-view type thing because
Yeah,
I need more PLEs like that, you know.
right, right. I feel you. I just I don't know. I think they need to stop it with the walk into the locker room or walking from the locker room type stuff. With that little time you showing them do all that stuff so the people to cheer and all that, get rid of that crap. And do the quick promos. You know what I'm saying? Where they talking to you had an announcer talking to them. Like you can have even. Oh yeah, you know what? I hate Michael Cole. Just for the record, because he's garbage. And not only that, all that trying to dance and yeet and all that look like a 2-year-old baby out there trying to get a high five. Michael Cole, I know you probably never gonna watch this podcast, but if you do, please stop it. So anyway, I like McAfee. McAfee is. I used to love when him and Adam Cole used to be at it. That junk used to be hilarious. But
Yeah.
um, overall, if I got to give it a rating, it's a 4. The whole show was a 4 because that was the pretty much the average with the 4.5 stars type thing. Um, Jey Uso, I just don't think they call him main event. I'll call him mid card, and I'm gonna stick with it. Mid card Jey Uso.
Mm.
Who's Jimmy? Give me Jimmy, man. Jimmy. The J, the I, the M, the M, the Y, the J, the I, the M. It's Jimmy. Big Jim at that. Come on.
All right,
Okay.
now, no, that was Saturday night's main event. We all feel like it was pretty solid. Next week we'll be back to talk about the Royal Rumble, but Nove wanted to get into the Ontario situation, so Nove,
What happened?
let the
Period.
people know what's going on in Ontario.
Well, currently, there's been a little back and forth with our president, and even before he was elected president, he already was making threats, saying that
Oh,
he was
all right.
going to start the tariffs for
Tariff.
Canada because he wants to create what we would call the ERS, the external revenue system, opposed to the internal revenue system, which is he wants to start trying to collect the monies that would help the country or keep everything pay for stuff the same way the IRS does.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
He wanted to do it using outside countries because he realized whatever his thinking was is that he feels like there's so much money that is just out there that we can just take a load off of us from having to do it, and we can get it from these countries that kind of just you know are getting the good end of the stick or short, while we're getting the short end.
Okay.
Right.
But anyway, he has been threatening to charge tariffs and like to help, bring in the money and stuff like that. Places from like Canada. He was trying to reclaim the Panama Canal and stuff like that. But Canada was striking back and saying like, "Hey, Canada, Ontario specifically was saying, listen, if you do this, is going to like kind of cripple our economy because we can't really afford these tariffs that you're trying to charge us. So we're going to stop helping you in whatever ways that we can to try to hurt you." And one of those ways is that they February 1st, I believe, this is when they're going to start. But they're supposed to like cut off the power supply that they are helping provide in places like New York, Michigan, and Wisconsin, I believe. So they're
Upper New
threatening.
York or the whole state?
I'm gonna guess the whole state. I mean, I guess it would affect the whole state, just like it would affect almost the whole state of Michigan. Like
Well, the
I'm
whole state
guessing.
of Michigan pretty much borders Canada. Well, the northern part and the southern part borders
Yeah,
Canada, from the north, and the whole east of the state. West, is going into Lake Michigan or whatever, and
right.
south is like Indiana, and Illinois and Ohio.
Yeah.
We
So
border.
like Trump, like I said, he already been having his little spat with them and going back and forth, even to the point. I mean, it's just my opinion. I think that he bullied Trudeau out of his prime ministry. Like he made him quit pretty much. But that's just my opinion.
He
Like,
gonna
yeah,
turn off the lights in
he's been
Detroit.
really bullying. He been bullying Canada hard to the point to like he disrespecting them, calling them like 51st state, and threatening to turn Canada into a state, which I think is hilarious. But Ontario has been standing their ground and fighting back, and like I said, they threatened to basically cut our power off
Cut off, so
February.
they're cutting off the power supply to Detroit, Niagara Falls, and possibly New York City.
Yeah,
New York
and
City
somewhere
gonna be dark.
something in Wisconsin too.
So Milwaukee too.
Yeah.
So that Milwaukee's best beer that y'all like to drink might be kind of slowed down.
This idiot.
And according to them, it's supposed to hurt us. It's supposed to like be a slap back at Trump for the tariffs. So if you guys remember anything from when we had the blackout,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember.
it would be like that because that was what caused the blackout was the power supply in Canada went out.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be dealing with that again, supposedly.
I remember I was playing 2K and it went down. I was playing 2K 24, 2404 or whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever. I might have even still been playing NBA Live back. No, I think I was on 2K by then.
I was on
2K.
my work. I remember that. I came in a crib, and the first thing I did was go in a refrigerator to grab me a beer, and I noticed the light. Hold up, let me look. I went and did something else. I went and grabbed. I did something. I cut the TV on, and the light didn't cut on. I was so mad. I was like, I know I just paid this effing bill, and I called DT. And normally you had that lady that be talking on there, the one that do the voice for everything. It was a man on there like, if you're experiencing this is an emergency. Please stand by. And all this stuff. When I heard that, I was like, oh shoot. I just closed the door just in case it was a zombie attack or some shit. I ain't had time.
Yes.
And it was over. I mean, my
Too
phone.
much TV for Mike Love.
Yes, sir. It's got me out through all this so far. But no, that junk was crazy. Sorry,
But yeah,
proceed.
that was it for the. I mean, as far as the Ontario thing, I just felt like this is just not the guy to be trying to like play this game with, being petty with, because he's going to double down, and Trump is a motherfucker. Like he's not gonna back down, bro. Like so,
No,
I hope that they have some type of plan because I think that Ontario is really gonna go through with it. So we'll see how stuff goes. February.
Right, grab your canned goods and your water,
and your
and
general,
if you could get your generators,
your gen-
get them. If you're in any of these areas,
right? But
um,
that as far as it go though, that is crazy. I mean, I know some of the stuff he was trying to do, as far as like, especially with this automotive situation going on, because thank God his guy that was the CEO was out of there at the plant, but they was trying to move all the cars, like certain cars it was moving over to Canada, certain cars it was trying to move to Mexico, and succeeded in moving one to Mexico. And I know he's putting a halt to that. But and he did mention the tariffs. You're right about that. And that
And I don't mind him. I don't mind him because, like he said, those two countries, like let's just say Mexico and Canada, they are some of the safest countries in the world. And it's because of us. You know what I'm saying? It's because of our defense. It's because of the rest of the world being, respectful to us and not stepping on them and trying to just take shit over. Like
right,
so, so in him saying like, okay, well, all this time y'all been living rent free, like it's time for me to collect a little tax. And I understand that Canada is saying that their economy might not be built for such a sudden change, but you got to figure something out then. But to say that you're gonna like strike back because of our choice, then I mean, hey, we'll see what happens because his next step as well is trying to occupy Greenland. So, which is a smart move too, but
it's
that might even rub Canada the wrong way. So
Mm,
I,
hopefully it don't get too nasty with Canada, but we'll see.
yeah. Our
I
neighbors
knew
next door, Canada.
you gonna get was that Panama Canal? That right there, you know. I mean, if you do, let me know. Then I'll take me a vacation there. But until then, I'm not going. I am never going. Man,
But yeah, sorry to get political on the cast. It was just that when you mentioned Ontario,
Well,
I just felt like I felt like you guys should know what was the deal with that.
this
I
is a variety show. We talk about sports and we also talk about what's going on in the world. So that was fine.
Okay.
That was fine. Mike Love, you still there?
I'm right here.
Okay.
I can't hold the my holder for the phone. If that's ever a word, is outside in the car, and I don't feel like going to get it.
Okay. Well, we've been on for a while now. And
Yeah,
I have to get up pretty early tomorrow morning and to work my square job.
that's how the people that make the big bucks they go to work in the mornings.
Wow.
Afternoon.
So anyway, for Noel Smith and the team leader Mike Love, I am the Sports Doctor Spock, Mickey Coleman. We want to thank you guys for subscribing. I think we got like about 10 new subscribers this past week, Mike Love. We're up to 116 subscribers. Thank you all for joining us.
Oh yeah, for
And we'll
sure.
see you next week where Nove will be back with us hopefully next week as we discuss the Royal Rumble. We are out.